Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Quest III, Seeds of Salvation. Okay, so there's been some changes. It's the second episode, but I'm sure you probably can see already that two of our characters look different, and that would be because I started again. And there's a reason for that. So, first of all, I made sure that all of our characters had the appropriate personality type. This took an hour or two, but still... I found that we're going to need a merchant, or also known as a dealer in previous versions, as a character for a side quest or possibly story quest. So I figured, screw it, we might as well have our warrior as a dealer at first, because then we'll get to learn a couple of extra magic spells and get a whole bunch of extra statistics. Secondly, I turned our fighter slash martial artist into a thief. So she'll learn a whole bunch more, and since a thief majors in agility, which she's got 68 of already, we'll get to keep half of that when we respec back to a martial artist. But our end game team will be the same. And of course, Aaron, who's going to turn into a sage. So basically all of our team members, except for our hero who cannot change classes, are going to change class later down the line. But the characters you see on the left and right of the screen are the ones we'll be ending the game with, so yeah. Anyway, let's press on, shall we? That's right. Let's go get us a thief key, huh? And I gotta say, I like the music in this game. I don't know, I forgot to do it beforehand. I think I might turn the music up slightly for the next episode. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how this one turns out. Oh yeah. Okay, we got a ways to go. So, anyway. So Aaron. Aaron is a gadabout, who is essentially useless. She has no spells, and her stats, aside from her lock, which is amazing, the rest of her stats are kind of garbage. I'll chuck up a picture of her on screen around now. So yeah, we're dealing with a bunny girl with an alcohol problem. But yeah, she'll be able to automatically transition into a sage, and sages are probably the best class in the game. They take the longest to level up though, but they have so many skills. It's definitely worthwhile to have one on the team. It might even be worthwhile to turn Akina and Kane into a sage and then level them to max off screen and then turn them into whatever other thing, just so they learn all of the skills and get all of the stats, but yeah. Now, Akina is a thief, who I'll put on screen now. And yeah, so she's got some pretty good skills as well. Currently, we only have Eye for Distance. What is this? Everyday spells? Other. Huh. But she also learns things like being able to tell us how many treasures are in a dungeon and stuff like that. And she also steals things at the end of battle, which is good. So then we have Kane, who is now a merchant, and merchants pick up extra gold at the end of battle, but they also learn a couple of useful skills. We don't have any yet. I think it's dig, and another thing. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, so they'll change back later, but this is what Kane currently looks like. So yeah, just a merchant sort of dude. From the prior age of Tornico and stuff like that, or Taloon as he was known in English. So, if you're wondering about the names, I took the names from those old stage plays there were extra variants of names and stuff like that for characters from Dragon Quest II. Since all the characters in this game are essentially self-made by the hero, I was like, well, might as well try and get as close to something canon as possible. So yeah, I think Akina and Aaron were both alternates to Nana. Pudding was another one. And Kane was an alternate to Conan. But yeah, names didn't get wasted, characters are still named from the universe. Itchy leg and creaky seat. Really gonna need to get a new gaming seat at some point. Oh, this guy's just in. We're looking for, yes, the stairs up, but not just yet. We'll just have a quick look around. So yeah, I'm trying to play a little bit on my phone as well, not getting too far ahead. But just so I don't screw anything up, which is why I restarted again. So it's worthwhile, you know. But I am already enjoying it a lot more than I did 1 and 2, which were both good games in their own right. It's just 2 had such a high encounter rate, so much grinding. Like, there's going to be grinding in this, but it's like, it seems more like satisfying, I guess I'd say, because, you know, you can change classes, you can learn extra skills. It feels like it matters more. Oh yeah. So another thing I learned is, yeah, mini medals can be anywhere on the ground, in any town, anywhere. You see like an exclamation point pop up over the character's head, you're probably standing on one. Oh, another cool thing I found out is we finally have an unlimited item bag. So, much like the other games, characters have set amounts of space, but then you can just cram stuff in the bag, and the bag is infinite. In fact, we also have extra options, so we can organize everything, place all unequipped and non-essential items in the bag, and we can also sort the bag's contents by type and alphabet, just like later Dragon Quest games, so for convenience sake, this game is already much better. And to be honest, we're pretty well positioned. So, I don't think we're going to have too much trouble. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be difficult battles and everything, but I'm not too worried. Now, the interesting thing, and the annoying thing, is that this trilogy, Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, has kind of been remade on PlayStation 4 in Japan only. So it is in landscape view, but they've kind of got a weird filter over everything that kind of just makes it look really shitty. To me, anyway, like... I don't know if you guys have ever played anything with a filter over it before, but it's like, it tries to blur the pixel edges and stuff like that, and it ends up just making it look really crappy. And they've replaced the monster sprites in games with ones that people have obviously drawn, but they also obviously weren't drawn by Akira Toriyama. Or maybe they're just touched up in a way that it just makes them look really bad. And they do look so bad. So I doubt I'll play through them if they ever get released in English, and I hope they do. I really do. But I won't hold my breath there, because they've been out for a while in Japan. But yeah, there is also that option, I guess. I think it was just a gift with Dragon Quest XI for people as well. I don't know. But yeah, I had a look at it, and I was not impressed. I really wasn't. I thought the character overworld sprite for Dragon Quest I looked fine, but looking in the battles and stuff, just a lot of the enemies looked kind of off-putting to me. I definitely prefer the pixelated sprites over the weird, smoothened weirdness. I'm not going up there, I'm not a fool. Well, not a complete fool. Yeah, I am glad that we are mopping the floor with most of this lot. I'm glad also that Erin seems to be building up a nice healthy amount of MP. That means if we were to class change right now, she would get like 33 MP at level 1. So yeah, they all keep half their stats, so it's definitely worth doing some class changing. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 books of, I think it's called Satori, which is what you use to class change into a sage. So having Erin on the team, we don't need to use a book of Satori. She can just transform straight into a sage, which would mean that we can use the book of Satori on Akina and Kane if we wanted to teach them a whole mess of spells. And in a way, I kind of do, but I, at the same time, don't want to grind for a billion years. But I don't know, I might find it really fun, like Dragon Quest, not 11, I keep saying 11, like Dragon Quest 9. Sentinels of the Starry Skies. A girl's own annual. Ooh, a copy of the book. Hey, hey, hey! Well, well, well. So you've come at last. It's Lotto, isn't it? I've dreamt so many times of giving you this key. Heaven alone knows why. It must mean something, so here you go. One thief's key. You'll take it, won't you? Yeah. Hell yes. By the way, there are books in this world so influential they can change your whole personality. Open them with caution. That's my advice. Off you go then, Lotto. I can't stand around all day. I've got important dreams to be having. Okay, old man. Since we picked up a book and I'm afraid of it ever changing any of our personalities, just gonna make sure everything goes away. But now we've got a thief's key, so feels good. And where does this go? Oh yes, okay. I think we're done with the tower. Just jump out the window. I believe there was a door up here. Already the pacing in this game is much better than Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I would like to say 2 had better pacing than 1, but that's partially because 1 was a little bit all over the place, and 2, while the areas were progressively better, why am I going that way? They still just demanded you to do so much grinding. It was a bit too much, to be honest. They could have just spaced out the experience values a little bit better. I think like 1 or 2 levels per area is a pretty good standard. But I wasn't getting that. What do we got here? A Seed of Agility. I'm going to give all of the seeds to Lotto since he can't class change and the others can. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. Ooh, hardwood headwear. I'm going to equip that right now. Actually, I'll use this seed first. Nice. Who needs this? No one. In the bag you go. Nice. Man, having that bag is real handy. I think we're done with this tower and this little island in general. Now, we can't go into barred doors yet. I believe we'll need a better key for that later. Let's walk it. Hey buddy, what's up? They say there's a kind of sacred spring way off over the mountains to the east of the village. Apparently, all the great heroes would make a point of visiting it before setting off on their quests. Well, I guess that's where we're supposed to go. Ah, yes. A suspicious-looking liquid is bubbling away in a big pot. Interesting. Oh, a seed of wisdom. And nothing of interest. Nice. Huh? What are you doing here? I could have sworn I locked the front door. Did you find a key somewhere or something, you trespassing so-and-so? I did. What's that? The thief's key? My goodness, to get your hands on that you'd have to be... No. Aren't you? You're Ortega's child, the one we heard so much about. Oh my, then I'd better give you a little something to help you on your way. Now where did I put it? Oh yes, the wrecking ball. You can use that to break the seal on the teleportal. Nice. But be careful! Those things go off with an almighty bang. Good luck now! Thanks. I'm the son of Ortega, apparently. I'm curious, what are you going to say? Sorry, dear. A wrecking ball? Oh, not you as well. My husband won't stop going on about the blessed things. Blessed? A blessed bomb? Okay. Okay. But before we press on, let's head back to Aliahan. Because we've got a few places, I think in the castle it was? A few places. A place. Oh, it might be two. Yes, it is two. I've been working here in Aliahan Castle for 10 years now. I wanted to become a royal scholar, but I failed the blessed exam. I heard those who passed were given a special book that made them extra clever too. Curse my luck. Indeed. Man, I wish we had the key to go in there and get all that treasure. I recall reading somewhere that the seal placed on the teleportal could be broken by means of a wrecking ball. Someone was researching wrecking balls, weren't they? Ah, yes, of course. It was an old fellow from Reeve. Ooh, another mini-medal. I think we might have enough mini-medals now to, oh, who's this? Princess. Those stupid grown-ups won't let me go outside because they think it's too dangerous. It's that smelly old archfiend's fault, isn't it? Oh, I hate him. It's so boring being cooped up here. I tried to sneak out the other day, but Daddy caught me. He's much more perceptive than he looks. Okay. Okay. Now, I have a lisp in general because I learned Swedish before I learned English, but that's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It was Ortega who inspired me to enlist as a castle guard, you know. And yet, he went off to battle an enemy and never returned. I can't believe he would let himself get killed so easily. He's out there somewhere, I just know he is. Ooh, maybe we'll meet our father one day. No, there's not much point in talking to these prisoners. I just wanted to make sure this is unlocked. And I'm quite sure, actually, let me double check. Ah, yep. That just links to that area we've already been to. Oh. I guess the doors reclose themselves. No matter. So we've got to head to our mini-metal place, and then we're off to the next part of the game. Finally. Very pleasant music. Hey, hey, hey! Many thanks for dropping by. I am trying to max out my collection of mini-medals. Ho-ho, you brought me some mini-medals, have you? Well, hand them over and I'll count how many medals there are. Let's see, that's 5 mini-medals you brought me so far. Ho-ho, many thanks, many thanks. Wait a moment, you've hit the 5 mini-medal milestone. Ho-ho, this calls for a reward. Here you go, a thorn whip. Just as you've always wanted, I bet. Get it up to 10 and we get a garter. I don't know if I really want a garter, but this thorn whip I might give to Akina. I believe Akina had a chain sickle, which she can give to Kane. And then everybody can put all their crap in the bag. Haha! And then I can just sell stuff out of the bag. That is much more convenient. Much more convenient indeed. Although it does kind of make me want to buy one of every item. A little bit. Okay, a lot. Damn it, my perfectionism. I'm gonna go this way anyway. To read! I'm gonna buy a knife from the store and then leave! No, we already went in there, that's right. Welcome. If you're after weapons and armor, you've come to the right place. I want a bronze knife. The bag is going to carry the goods. And I want training tugs. And they can go in the bag too. Nope. Alright, we're out of here. Waspian. Man, a scorpion and a wasp, that's a combo I don't want to see in real life ever. Okay. Stick to the butterflies. Hell yeah, man! Giving Akina that whip was not a bad choice. I considered putting it on myself, but probably gonna get a new weapon at the next town anyway for the main hero. And Kane. Nice. So yeah, I've made a big deal out of personality types, and the reason for that, as I've already stated, but to get more in depth, is they give you higher percentages of stats each level. So if you choose one that has, say, negative 30% stats overall, it's probably not worth it. But if you get ones that have like plus 60% stats overall, it's definitely worth it. It's a book about boomerangs and whips. Do you wish to read it? I do. Whips and boomerangs allow their wielder to attack multiple enemies simultaneously. Whips can hit entire groups, while the boomerang will damage every enemy on the field. Though their attack power may seem somewhat limited, used tactically, they can confer a great advantage. I agree, and I remember. Ooh, another mini-medal. Jeez, we're getting a lot of these chimera wings. Hello there, youngster. You don't happen to have a wrecking ball about your person, do you? I do. Well then, what are you waiting for? Get yourself down to the Path of Promise. It's next to a spring somewhere, I think. Okay, cool. Glad I visited you. Next to a spring somewhere, huh? Jeez, I wonder where that could be. Could it be... oh, right here. Welcome to the Path of Promise, youngster. You won't find it too promising right now, though. The way through has been blocked up. Stand aside, old man. Now, where did I put the thing? So the wrecking ball is just a bomb. I like the little statues. I'm going to stick everything in the bag. Welcome to the Path of Promise, youngster. And now it's been opened up, it really does look rather promising. Indeed! Ooh. A message seems to have been carved rather haphazardly into the underside of the lid. Dear traveller from Aliahan, please help yourself to this here mappe. To take a look at it, you need do no more than tap the map button, and another tap will give you a closer look. May your journey be blessed with success. Okay, I guess that person was horribly illiterate. Just so mind-bendingly illiterate. Map is a thing. Actually, let's sort the bag's contents as well, because we dumped a whole bunch of stuff in there. Okay, I think on the world map we have an actual map button. It's not in dungeons. What's down here? Okay, looks like a place that we fall. Yep. I don't want to go that way just yet. Ant-gobbler. We're definitely wrecking house. Which is good. I don't think this place is too long either. Prestidigitators. Prestidigitators. Okay, I get it now. Erin could probably use heals, but she can wait a little bit longer. Oh yeah. Now I believe we can class change at level 20. Dead end. Nice. I definitely think it's going to be a lot easier to play through this game than the other ones. A lot easier to record, a lot easier to grind, a lot easier to play in general. I'm sure they're still going to have their parts that are just very difficult, but much in the same way that the second one was bounds above the first, this one is leaps and bounds above the second. Lots of innovations happened between now and when those games came out. Okay, we don't want to fall down a hole. Oh, but we do want treasure. Ooh, a divine dagger. And it's better than what we have. I'll equip that dagger. Whoops. There we go. Anything down here? Nope. gonna take... okay. It's very obvious that we've got to take this way, since the other two are dead ends. I think we're nearly through here, so it's gonna be pretty good timing. That's a big yep, we're through there. Alright, awesome. Where are we now? Ciao, e benevuto. Welcome to Romaria, my friend. Well, talking to people here is gonna suck. It is no more than a rumor, but people, they speak of a great hero from a place called Leahan. They say this hero can save us all from the evil archfiend. Can it be true? Well, I don't know, buddy. Perhaps it is because of the terrible Minacia, the, how you say, menace, the archfiend, but the people, they seem so down these days, you know? Okay, they're French. This is a place of monster combat emento, a monster arena. Can you smell it? The passion? Ah, magnifico. Eh? You are not from around here, huh, darling? I hope you have a wonderful time in our beautiful city of Romaria. Roll up, step right this way for a sensational spectacle that is the monster arena. Or arena, rather. Which monster will win? Predict a victor, and you could be in for a win of the century. I guess it's just gambling. So I'm gonna hard pass on that. Bleeding foreign, bleeding swindlers. Forza, that's it. Sevilla, go, 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 give him what for. Caspita, this is incredible. Could my luck be any better? Maybe? Basta! Vada, via, huh? Leave me alone. I must not be distracted. If you wish to place a wager on the combattimento, you must go to the leftmost counter and purchase tokens. See? Get your red hot monster arena tips while they're still hot. Only 5 coins. Hot pass. Alright, we've got an item shop, a weapon shop, a monster arena. Can the Archfiend truly be poised to take over our world? It seems to be impossible that such a thing could happen. A moonwort bulb. Ooh, that's a new thing. I'm here to take your stuff. You're a stranger to our land, see? Then I will teach you something of great use. The king of our country, Il Rehi, is a very, how you say, fanciful man. If he have a whim, he follow it. Be careful of this. Thanks, I guess? Many leagues to the north of here lies the village of Koriv. Is molto bella, but very far to walk. A restless heart. Nothing? The Eureka moment? Okay, I'm definitely going to be avoiding most of these books, or at least avoiding using them. I'll pick them up, but I don't want to get stuck with a crappy personality, because that's what they do. Okay, I know of one hidden mini-medal, because I picked it up in my save file, which is only up to here as well. Okay. There it is. Yes. Confirms that they are in the same place per game. Good to know. Oof! 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 It's no good. I am Whistler Terrible. Ah, Berta. Does let's see, where are you? I go now to whom? I leave you. How you like that? Well, I don't know, to be honest. Treasure? Oh, no treasure. What about treasure? Ooh, mini medal. Hell yeah. Well, it's become so dangerous, but we trust Theivery, our beloved king, to guide us through these times. Difficility. I love the hat. Man, trying to read things in like a pseudo video game version of French is just difficult. But I think that's probably where we should call it. So if you guys like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell to stay up to date with episodes. And until next time, I'll probably go do some grinding. But you've been watching Dragon Quest III, The Seeds of Salvation on DudeGoBack. Thanks for watching, everyone.